Hello, gentle viewers. This is Guardian, welcoming you back to Out of the Park Baseball 25 with the Charlotte Silver Wolves. We're the wolfiest of all the teams. Um, in our last episode, we completed the expansion draft, and now we can look at our opening day, the inaugural version of the Charlotte Silver Wolves. We have one above average offensive performer. And his name is George Valera. He's the only one we got. Everybody else is average or worse. Um, which is, I think we could say, positive. That's not true. There's some other players that are at least interesting, like Gilberto Celestino. I think has some legs to him. Um, but really, this season is all about turning expansion picks into draft picks or prospects. That's kind of what we're going for. I really don't care how good we are this year, and I don't think we'll be very good, even if I wanted us to be good, which I don't, because I want us to be bad. If you saw my Monday episode, where we covered the first season of early integration, we discovered a cool thing. I'm going to show that to you now, which is nope, it's not in here. You have to pick a player. Let's pick a young player like Mr. Valera here. We can click a little developmental focus and we can decide how he develops. I saw some people on Reddit basically saying it can be somewhat challenging and it's maybe not the best decision sometimes, but we can let this go for now. Oh, it scrolls all the way down. Oh, there we go. Neat. Oh, but yeah, Valeri's the only player we have that I think is even marginally interesting. Um, we got a bunch of money poured into player development, so I'm hoping that we see a little bit of some gains here and there. So yeah, this is what we're facing. Can we make it interesting? I don't know. Probably not. We have a strangely old team. In that very few of our players are going to be around for a while. Tanner Hoke is one of the exceptions, along with Bailey Ober. Both of them have a reasonably good chance of being on the first postseason franchise in Silver Wolves history. With that said, I think there's no need to delay. Let's play some baseball games, shall we? Oh, Jip, undefeated. Up there it goes. I don't know how to react if we actually make the playoffs our first season. That seems highly unlikely, and we definitely don't want to freak out about such a short uh sample size, small sample size. That's the words I'm looking for. Estes got a little bit better. Nunez got a little bit worse. Valera got better defensively, but that's not nothing. I think we got the fourth overall draft pick, if I remember right. Yeah, we got kicked down a bit. Um, you're kidding me, right? What? Why is Noise potential above 47? Am I missing something? Is this just like a garbage tier draft or what the fuck? Or is this just I need more scouting time? Maybe that's what it is. I need more scouting time. That is going to be depressing as fuck if oh, draft hasn't actually been announced yet. Maybe that's it. I hope that's it. Well, that's less than ideal. I'm gonna go and just chuck you directly under the 60-day IL. Oh, and we definitely need. That's fine. I don't actually have that many players here. Um, who is our best option as a starting pitcher? It's probably Winkleman Gonzalez. We're gonna go ahead and call him up, and that'll be that. That really sucks, though. I was actually hoping we could get some stuff going on there. Oh, sure enough, it is in there. Okay. Oh, this was always there. This is the new one. So this is a decision uh tree. That's really cool. Yeah, I was talking to some people on Reddit and they're like, "Oh, the move history is new." It's like, no, it's not. It's always been in there. It's been there for a couple seasons now. But no, they mean the decision grading. That's cool. I It would be awesome if it would cover um not just trades but draft, but I'm still pretty chuffed that this is in here. So we're pretty good about that. All right, let's baseball some more, shall we? We are comically good. I did not anticipate this. Did I just fucking Golden Knights Major League Baseball? Maybe. That is wild. There we go. Now it's starting to sink to about where I thought we were. I'm gonna want to start trading players though. Like I don't want to be too good this year. I'd rather get a nice draft pick for a couple of seasons, perhaps. Get some achievements though. That's pretty cool. I mean, Hilberto Celestino almost hitting 370 is I don't think something we could have anticipated. That feels fair. Hey, Jake Myers is gonna be out for 2 weeks. Nothing too wild here. Mm, mm. Right. So, we are the number 6 offensive team in the major leagues. Sorry, that's the American League, so that's less impressive. We're actually pretty bad offensively, and we're also pretty bad pitching wise. But hey, we've got good defense. Um, who do we have that a contender would be interested in? That I'm actually prepared to give up. I think Jack Flaherty is potentially somebody other teams would be interested in. But also, we have to wait until June. I think we have to at least wait one more month because we want to make sure that the players we're trading have some value. Wow, Joey Gallo. I mean, I don't know what I expected. I don't know what I expected. I expected marginally better than this, I guess. We have two positive hitters right now in Valera and Celestino. Everybody else sucks donkey balls. Well, and Jake Myers. Jake Myers has actually been pretty solid. He's been a nice little contributor. Bullpen is mostly yikes. Like, there's not a lot to like there. Let's just go another month and see where that gets us. Because we're not really trying to win. The only thing I would be willing to do is maybe trade a talented youngster to try to lock up some. Like, if I had a player that's roughly as good as the guys I've got, I could maybe trade one and pick up a decent prospect, especially if we got younger. Uh, Oh wow, that rain is really coming down. I'm gonna try to trade Austin Slater for literally any prospect of any value. We can't be greedy here. I mean, Aaron Sabato seems like a winner to me. He's got good power, a really good batting eye. Yeah, it's a no-brainer. Done. Complete. Our first trade is in the books, and I think one we can be proud of. Um, what about Andrew Benintendi? Let's try to trade him too. Somebody's going to want Andrew Benintendi, right? Um, Mason Black would not be a terrible return. He's certainly not perfect, but he's got decent pitch selection, and I think he could be a successful starter. So we're gonna go ahead and snap him up. Complete trade. Um, I will add people to the 40 man as you get closer to the end of the season. I don't feel the need to do it right this second. And then I think Ramon Laureano is another guy worth trading. Um, because these are guys that are just not likely to be on the next interesting team. Jean Ramirez is unexciting. Gerard Gonzalez is unexciting. There's a lot of unexciting shit here. I think we're just gonna keep him. I apologize if you can hear that. That is some really hard rain, which I did not expect, but here we are. Addison Barger is gonna miss 5 weeks. That's not the best. I don't even know who we have that can handle middle infield. Juan Burrito can do it. Our little burrito. We'll do it this way. That makes it easier for me. Actually, no, I want to be sorted by overall for all the minors. Is. I want to make sure we have it set so that it forces representation at the All Star game. That actually matters to me. It does. Okay. Oh damn, we just got fucking raffle stomped by the Silver Wolves, or by not by the Silver Wolves. We are the Silver Wolves. I don't know what I'm talking about. Just ignore me. After that interesting start to the season, we're definitely not having a great year all of a sudden. But I love how Hilberto Celestino is just playing out of his damn mind. Like he believes in the Silver Wolves. Maybe nobody else in this team does, but he believes. And we've lost George Valera. That fucking sucks. I've got plenty of outfielders here. Let's go for Mark Canha. I like him a little better than Jock Peterson. There you go. I'm gonna news from my league because I don't really care so much on what's happening in my AAA franchise. No, actually, I do care. I do care. In my entire organization, I'll just keep it like this. I should know who my people are. Um, Abner Uribe is getting better. Joey Gallo's getting better for what that's worth, which isn't much. Um, Hey, you's getting better. That's cool. I can dig that. All right, we're at June. We are a god awful offense. Other than Celestino Valer, and now Josh Young, incredibly. Um, I've got to be able to get something for Jack Flaherty, right? Maybe. This is a deeply, deeply upsetting offense. And this is such a terrible draft. Like, I genuinely don't know why it looks this terrible. Like, I don't know if this is a glitch or if this is how it's actually meant to be now. That you don't get to see. I mean, he also uses my scouting director sucks. I think that's a more than fair statement because he does. Mm. The thing is, OSN is like anybody either, which is upsetting. The thing is, I have one really good picture of Uribe, and it just doesn't make any sense for me to get rid of him. It just doesn't. It is really blown tonight. I apologize. They blow like the silver wolf. Um, fuck me though. Like this draft is genuinely terrible. Like holy shit. Every one of the next two draft pools until 2028 just sucks. Like there are no elite talents. So gross. Like I don't even know how to feel about it. I should be able to get something for John Gray if we trade him. Like there's got to be people that want to get them some John Gray, right? Or maybe not. Mm-hmm. I don't hate Braden Birdsell, but I'm not terribly thrilled by him either. I like Vargas a lot, actually. He's got a lot of positional flexibility, which is quite appealing. Let's try to get Vargas and Brando. Can we get Brando too? I will make the offer official. Oh, you're right. You right, fam. Oh, let's put you on the rehab assignment. I've got to give you something actually good in order to get both players. I just don't feel like that's. I mean, I could give you Reese. I will give you Reese. Complete trade. Done. I wish Real Muto was having a better season. Because he's having such a shitty season, I can't flip him. Um, so that's less than ideal. That is less than ideal. But I can have Addison Barger back. Juan Brito's actually having a pretty decent season, though. I'm gonna put you in triple A. Oh, you're a Rule 5 pick. I'm not that interested in you. I will release you. I could. Can I trade you? I don't think I can trade you, can I? Well, I can trade him. You 50s? Marco Raya has no plus pitches. That's going to make him difficult. I like now lean better. Plus, he's a lefty. Yeah, let's get Nolan. I'm pleased with that. I've got to hope that one of the big contenders loses a catcher and they're going to come calling on Real Muto because I think he's got potential to maybe bring in something decent. Maybe there just aren't any good prospects, though. God damn it, Valera. Dude, I don't know what you expect from me. I only have so many. Yeah, so you fuckers got really good prospects. It is going to be almost impossible to keep up if everyone else has prospects in the 80s and my best prospect is like a 46. Like, I don't know what's going on, but I don't like it. Okay, you would give me. Rockefort isn't bad. Cabrera is bad, though. What if I drop Cabrera and I drop Brito? This deal I would happily take. No, you're wanting a really good player in exchange, and I'm not sure that I'm prepared to do that. I could give you Joe Jimenez. Jimenez is kind of expensive and not terribly useful to me, so that is something I would be willing to do. But I'm going to give you Joe Jimenez. I want something else. Because Rockefort is merely fine, and I want something that's more than fine. Would never give me Luis Morales. Like, I'm not even going to waste my time asking. I guess I could ask. Okay. I had to try. I had to try. He's not a terrible two-way player. He's just not very interesting. Let's submit this offer and see what you say in response. No, I'm not going to give you Tanner Houck. Not for what you're giving me. This is fine. This both saves us money and adds an interesting prospect. And I'm sure I have a pitcher who wants a shot in the big leagues, like Mason Black. Let's go ahead and chuck you on the roster and see what you think. If I'm going to trade Tanner Houck, I need something good in exchange. I just have to have that. That is a requirement. Man, we just have nothing. I'm really bummed by how terrible this draft class is. Like, really bummed. You're out. That's not gonna help. Let's get Brainer, I guess. He's the brainiest. I guess the good news is we're getting a lot of playing time for youngsters, which is lovely, but it's not going to be good enough. And I don't think we have a very strong foundation right now. Maybe a problem is my. See, here's one reason I don't think it's scouting director though. Oh damn, good on you, Joey Gallo. I'm just looking for rough competence so I can trade you for something better. Who joined us from Toronto? I see no Tio. Oh, we're not Toronto. We are Charlotte. Josh Ewing made it. And so did Celestino. That's fair, honestly. That's fair. Hey, where is someone from Toronto? Because every team is meant to be represented, but I don't see T. Oh, there he is. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. made it from Toronto. Yeah, we are so fucked. I wonder if it is. Oh, you know what it could be? It could be. It is under manager options here. No. It's how you set it relative to something. That could be what's fucking up right now. It's under players and team, I think. No, it's not. League settings, league and teams, rules, options, players? No, that's not it either. Historical, stats and AI settings. Players and team. It's the setting I've probably passed like 7 times now, and you're probably all yelling at me. Here we go. Overall players, overall ratings based on all players. That's what I'm looking for. That might be what's been fucking us up. No, that doesn't really help, it seems. And I definitely want it relative to the majors. Can you do a recalc or I don't know. This is really bumming me out. I don't know what's going on here. Okay. I mean, Carson Rockefeller improving is only going to help us out. Like, the more young players we can get, the better. Arturo Montes is developing quite nicely. He could be a nice little player for us. Um, we're just gonna go up to the drought, and we're gonna figure something out here. Well, we get George Valera back. That's very helpful. I'm gonna flip Mark Canha. We got some decent at bats out of him. I'm just apparently gonna supply the entire league with outfielders. Joey Cantillo isn't that enticing to me. Or is he? Huh. He's more useful than Mark Canha, so let's go ahead and make this happen. And then we can send down. How many pitchers do I have? I have 13 pitchers and 13 and 12 hitters. Let's bring George Valera back. Like, that's gotta be step one. And then as far as you go, Mr. Joey Cantillo. What if I could trade... Huascar Inoue has been mediocre, but that's not the worst thing in human history. Can I put him on the 40-man, but then Thunder to AAA? I hope I can. Let him... Really, fuckhead? Okay. He's out of options. I don't know what a 33-year-old middle reliever is going to help us with, other than life, but let's see if I can swap him for an interesting player. Brock Jones is a power-only hitter. He can play center field. That's not nothing, but it's certainly not good enough. Geraldo Quintero is a really accomplished hitter. I think he's a good choice. Let's make it happen. Let's turn a mediocre reliever into a promising young player. That just seems like a good idea to me. Is somebody willing to pay anything for Real Muto? I'm going to wait until the actual trading deadline to try to trade him. Yeah, they all suck. Like, holy shit. They're all just terrible. Am I missing something here? Is there something I'm incorrect about that all of these players are terrible? I don't get it. I truly don't understand it. I don't know why everyone is so bad in this draft. I'm gonna do a real quick pause and check some things out. Yeah, I've scoured the forums and Reddit, and I cannot find anything that suggests this is an issue. So either this is something unique to our copy of the game, or like, I don't know, man. Like, it's genuinely the worst. And it's not getting any better either. Like, look, the real possibility is my scouting director just sucks, and that's fine. But here's what confuses me: OSA thinks there is one player in this draft that isn't garbage, is David Shields. And if we trust OSA, he's actually got a lot of potential. So I guess I'd draft him. I don't feel great about it, but he's the least bad option, I think. He's got really nice pitches, good stuff, good control, okay movement. I think Shields is the choice. I think we go ahead and we draft David Shields and give him his bonus demand. Alright, let me look at batting ratings. I want to look for a contact monster. Batting potential, please. Not current ratings. I actually like Carson Bowen a fair bit. Let's go ahead and draft him. Give him his bonus demand. Really? Yes, please. Give me the sweet, sweet Necker. I'll give you your demand. I went underslot for a couple of players, so I don't see any reason not to. I'll also draft Evan Hankins. Oh, you. No, 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 I'm not going to do that. Not if that's what you're looking for. Ty Thompson seems. Wait, what? Maybe. I'll meet your demand. I can't remember if this draft just sucks or if there's something going on with the game. Let me know in the comments, by the way, if there's something that I'm missing here. Evan Amos looks like he could be something. You're a junk baller that's 6'6". There is no way in hell that you're gonna stay a junk baller at that height. Like, let's be realistic here. That's a pretty good pitcher. And we'll also take Parker Jennings. Draft. I'm gonna go ahead and fire my scouting director now, and we're gonna get a much better scouting director. I think that's gonna help us out a bit. Yeah, I want a truly special scouting director. Like Sam Christensen. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Although I want somebody who's a little bit toolsier. But he's such a good scout, like, period. I think we have to go for him. Let's do it. Sam, come be my scouting director. And then I'm going to go ahead and let the AI draft the rest of my class. Because if we're ever going to be a competitive franchise, we need the best information we can possibly get our hands on. I'm jazzed. I'm so jazzed. To have a truly special scouting director, I think is going to help us out a ton. I truly think it will. Okay, we get Nasim Nunez back. I mean, there's no reason not to do it. How is Brainer? He is not very brainery. There you go. Let's just not have people coming calling to me right now. Because we are open as fuck for business. Like, other than George Valera and Tanner Houck and Abner Uribe, I'm willing to trade literally anybody. Give me JP Crawford. That doesn't make any sense. I don't want to get better right now. I'm essentially not taking on your stupid contract, so you can get fucked, nerd. I'm not gonna bother with that. Rejected. Are any of my players hitting well enough that I could turn them into something good? Josh Young, low key, has been a really good player for us, which I did not expect when we acquired him, but I'm still here for it. Is somebody willing to go after Joey Gallo? It seems unlikely, right? That somebody's that desperate for power that they're going to trade for a mediocre player, but it might happen. Let's try it. Anybody want to give me a prospect for him? Only really bad prospects. I'm not going to keep him, but oh, Jacob Sharp. No, he's a mediocre defensive catcher with a little bit of offensive chops, but not much. No, we can do better. Probably. Maybe. Is a guy like Josh Young somebody we trade or somebody we build around? That's a really good question. And I don't know the answer to it. He's going to be getting more expensive, but not unreasonably so. If I could get a truly legendary prospect for him, I would trade him. He really is a really good player, but I'm not getting great prospect offers, is the problem. I'm getting a lot of offers, but they're not great prospect offers, and that's what I need. I need somebody to overpay me for one of my players. And I just don't know who they would overpay for. What if I ate Real Muto's entire contract? What does that do? Anybody willing to give me a prospect for him of some note? What if I eat none of his contract? Then I get nothing. Okay. What if I eat 50% of his contract? I'm gonna eat the entire contract. Like, it doesn't help me, and I'd rather get a better player. If that's possible. Like, Maddox Burns here, or Bruns. Slider curveball changeup, lefty that already throws 96. His control isn't great, but that's his only weakness. That is an awfully tempting pitcher. Awfully tempting. Yeah, let's make it happen. Give me Maddox. I'm going to start slowly stepping down what I'm giving them in terms of money. Okay, I've got to eat at least 45% of the deal. That's fine. Done. That's an easy decision. The easiest decision I'm ever going to make, I suspect. Stevie Berman, I literally just need somebody who can catch baseballs every now and again. And you seem to be it. Jock Peterson seems like somebody I could potentially flip for something valuable. Okay. Christian Charlie. I could get behind that. Do you have any position players, though, that are in the 40s that you're willing to part with? Adam Mako might be the guy. He is a really good pitcher, too. Yeah, let's grab Adam here. It seems like I'm stockpiling pitchers, but I think it's the right call. Whose contract is up at the end of this season that isn't going to be coming back no matter what? Gallo and Flaherty. I have enough Flaherty-esque pitchers that if I can trade Flaherty for something interesting, then it's worth making the trade. No? Okay. I don't mind taking on salary for the right player, but it's got to be something that actually gives me something valuable or useful. And that's not what's happening right now. That's a pity. That's a pity. I mean, Luis Urias isn't a terrible idea. Because Lord knows my current second baseman is not getting it done. But he's going to be a free agent. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me to trade for a free agent. I want somebody who I'm going to have a little bit more team control with before I pull that trigger. Josh Van Meter sucks. That's the word we're looking for here, right? Let me move up to the trading deadline a bit, I think. Trade proposal. I don't want your shitty players. I'm not eating salary if I'm not getting a good prospect in return. I'm just not doing it. So kindly go fuck yourself, is my advice to you. Man, quit getting hit, you little shit. Let's start the day, shall we? This trade I would make. Um, yeah, I would absolutely make this trade. In fact, I am making this trade immediately. Done. And Galvo, you're going immediately to the major leagues. Like, just immediately to the major leagues. Because I think you actually have something to offer us in a way that I don't have from a lot of my current players. That was an easy decision. Thank you for that offer. And yes, Easton McGee is a pretty good pitcher, but he's like keeping a reliever just doesn't make sense. You give me Bo Naylor? I'm not giving you Ortega. That's where I draw the line. Ortega is a genuinely good prospect. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'll give you like a reliever. I'll give you Nick Enright. Bo Naylor's not so special that I'm willing to offer everything for him. Although he is quite good, and I would be pretty happy to have him on the team. I'm not going to sit here and hand you three really good prospects for him. I'm just not. I'll give you Jack Flaherty and Enright. No, it's not moving the needle. I'm not making this trade. No, thank you. Luis Ortega's not that impressive a prospect. Am I going to do this? He's a good catcher and he's a good hitter for a catcher too. I think there's value in this. And while I don't like losing Ortega, if I don't give you Ortega, you're not going to make the trade. And Ortega is a super long way away from the major leagues. He just is. Let me shortlist Ortega so I know how much I'm going to regret this later, but I will actually make this trade. I just think Bo Naylor is that good a player that I want to add him to our roster. And he's young and he's cheap. And these are all excellent things for a club like ours to have. I feel pretty good about that deal. MLB trade deadline. There's nobody here. Um, who's come my best prospect? It is Jesus Barreras. That is disappointing as fuck. I have one good prospect in my entire minor league system. That doesn't feel good. Really? Yikes. That is big yikes. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, minor league teams are trash, but I'm not surprised because I have mostly trash minor leaguers. Um, I guess I could try Joey Gallo again, see if somebody's willing to give me something for him. And then I could give Aaron Sabato a chance to play in the majors. Like, I just don't get why not even one person. Okay, I am getting decent offers now. Oh, because I'm asking for regulars too. That's the difference. Okay, Edinson Paulino is a terrible shortstop, but a decent infielder. Any 50s? I did see a 50, but I have to pay money for those. I don't necessarily want to add salary unless I'm getting a really good player in exchange. I do need a new reliever. I think Justin Lawrence would be a fine addition to our arsenal. Yeah, let's do it. I need to get rid of one pitcher. Who's the youngest and least effective pitcher? That would probably be Mason Black. I'd love to call up Rowdy Telez if he were healthy, but instead it's going to be Sabato here. Mr. Sabato bread. What happened? Where did Sabato go? What? What? Oh, we added him, but we didn't actually. Why do you keep talking about what keeps happening to Mason Black? What the fuck? Oh, it's there we go. That's what happened. Okay, we're fine. I don't know why I kept brain farting right there. Okay. All right. Anybody else who want to flip while we can? I still can't get any offers for Jack Flaherty. Let's try one last time with him. I will happily take a Flaherty-esque player who just happens to be sticking around for a bit. Gabe Spire, perfect. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, Weston Wilson's not very good. Romy Gonzalez is quite good defensively. I don't know how many more mid-tier infielders I need though. Probably not another one. Let's just take Gabe Spire and call it a day. There you go. I'm gonna try Nico Goodrum because I'm never gonna play him, but I think somebody would. Really? Maybe they wouldn't. Okay. It had to be done. I think we made the right decision to get rid of some of our free agents, and we just have to turn around and do it again next year. We have to turn around and sign cheaper free agents that we think we can flip for a nice profit. I think that's something that has to happen. I think I have at least one person that's a Dodgers fan, which means you're probably gonna scream at me about Gavin Lux, but beggars can't be choosers at this point. Shadow Vargas is actually developing very rapidly, which is quite nice. I'm pretty happy to see him improve. That's a spicy meatball. I don't really want to fuck with the roster at all. Like, I don't really have too much of a purpose behind that. You know? I have two objectives this season. I want to end up with a top 10 draft pick, at least a chance to get a lottery pick, and I don't want to lose 100 games. I don't want to seem like we're completely hopeless, in other words. And I think we've already achieved that. I genuinely think we've already achieved that. That we're not completely hopeless. We have a few players to build around, but we don't have a star. And I think that's going to be our biggest challenge is going to be finding a star that's going to want to play in Charlotte. We're going to have to get lucky, run into the right free agent that can really help us out, potentially. Ooh, we might lose 100 games. Come on, guys. I think we will lose 100 games. Lame. Lame. Never. I don't care about day to day injuries. It is of no interest to me. Using expanded rosters intelligently would actually be pretty smart. It's a chance for us to audition players that might need an opportunity. So Max Muncy got worse. Winkleman got better. He's the winkiest. Not Blake Parker. How are we going to function as a franchise without him? Um, Let me add Otto Lopez. And I want to get at least one younger pitcher in. I think Mako. Let's get Mako an opportunity. How are you doing, Mr. Sabato? Not so good, but Max Muncy is filling in and fucking up, but not by as much as you might expect. All right. Oh, we're nearly at the end of the season. Okay, cool. Come on, guys, don't lose 100. That's all I ask. Please, I beg you, don't lose 100 in our inaugural season. Not Nick Botari. Anybody but Nick Botari. We made it. 94 wins, 94 losses is better than 90 than 100. We were terrible, but not the worst team in Major League history, and that's fine. Who's going to win the World Series this year? And Joe Yorio is retiring. What a bloody shame. Blake Parker and Charlie Culberson. Damn, son. All these luminaries are retiring, seeking the greatness. I've even heard of some of these players that had great years. Like, I don't know who the fucking hell Dairon Blanco is. I'm a Cleveland fan. Never heard of him. Evan Carter had quite a year. Oh, the Braves. That's their second one in a row. Holy shit, Braves. Chill out, man. You have to win all the World Series is. And then we're gonna just let's actually pick who we want to. What does league overview mean? Oh, that's just like a fancy button. Okay. We've got to scout these guys well. This is our only real chance to get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. So I don't think I can invite anybody else. I think you can only, yeah, you can only invite 10. Why don't you just gray out the button when it's full? Hmm? Anyways, so we need to start the off season, and then we can bask in the terribleness of this team. It's gonna take a lot for this team to be respectable. It's gonna take a lot for this team to be respectable. We're talking 5 years, I think. I'm gonna avoid Max Muncy's option. There's no point keeping him around for 10 million. That's just a waste of money. The $110 million payroll. Hmm. Who played well this year? Who has a chance to be a worthwhile baseballer? Oh, it didn't do my fancy batting stats. Let's get right on that. I want weighted runs created. I want WOBA. I want um. I want batting runs and UBR and base running runs. I also want strikeout percentage and walk percentage. There you go. Done. And save you and save as local. I'm going to quickly fix pitching stats too, because there's a lot more to be had here. Actually, pitching stats 2 can go away. I'd like that one to depart. Delete. I think we want wins and losses and winning percentage and saves. I like shutdowns and meltdowns. That's kind of cool, actually. I definitely want innings pitched and batters faced. I want walks and strikeouts. And I also want home runs. I want ERA and BABIP, WHIP, all of these. And I definitely want ground ball, ground out percentage. This is actually really good. Oh, and definitely war. There you go. Hit OK. And then we're going to save this as pitching stats 1. And done. What? I don't care. All right. Who here was a competent hitter? We had 3 players worth 2 or more wins. Let's look at each one of them in turn and figure out what they did well and what they didn't do so well. George Valera had one weakness. It's this one right here. A George Valera that plays in 150 games is definitely a 5-win player. He is our young superstar. He is the closest thing we have to a sure thing that we can trust, and that is going to be a cornerstone for us. He's not going to get Rookie of the Year, but I do think he's had a really good year, and I think he's a good fit for the club. Gilberto Celestino also had a really good year. So we've got 2 pretty good outfielders. Oh, they're good for different reasons. Celestino makes pretty decent contact and has a pretty good on base percentage and steals bases very effectively. And I'm pretty sure it's also a plus defender. Yeah, he's a really good left fielder. I don't know how repeatable his early half of this year was, but I do think he's good enough that he's going to get some looks down the line. And then Joshua, who's closest we had to a genuine power threat. 35 home runs is nothing to laugh at. Jake Myers was also useful, but also hurt quite frequently. His contact needs to get better. If he's going to be a starting center fielder for us, he's got to get on base a lot more frequent than he does. But he was a pretty effective center fielder. And then from there, it's just a bunch of people that either didn't have very many at bats or didn't play very well when they had them. So I have 3 positions that I feel pretty good at. And I'm also going to add Bo Naylor because I genuinely think he's going to be a better player. He just needs a little bit more seasoning. He's actually a really talented hitter, and I do think he makes a good catcher as well. Yeah. Now pitching. Abner Uribe was our best pitcher by far. This does not shock me. He's a really, really good pitcher. If he maybe walks more people than I would like, what is his walk percentage? 12%. That's kind of high. We have Tanner Hoke as a perfunctory ace with a quite reasonable contract that we could maybe flip if we need to. We didn't have as many bad pitchers. We didn't have as many good pitchers either. Only one pitcher at 150 innings, which is Houck. Um, which is not exciting. Wait, what? Was it because I deleted? That's probably because I deleted. Yeah, it fucked up. No, it didn't. Where are my shutdowns and meltdowns? That's what I wanted. Done. Let me can save to view and call it that. Yeah. Yeah. Who led the league in innings pitched this year? I am curious. Peaching. Okay, there are some 200 innings pitchers. We just don't have any of them. That's fair. That is fair. Okay. We're off to a rough start. What does the 2026 draft will look like? Are there interesting players? No, they still look like shit. Damn. Hmm. Omar Purley is a really good player, though. Like, he's really, really good. I'm curious to see what happens when we start getting out of the official draft pools and see if the talent demands look a little bit more reasonable. Because right now they all look like they suck, which is not an amazing thing. Let's take a moment to see how it thinks we did in our trade so far. I mean, George Valera was an amazing choice. That's our best addition to the club. I really like the Mark Canha trade and the Benatendi trade, and a few others it likes less, but there might be more to it that we just need to see a little bit more. We had a really good expansion draft. We got a lot of really talented players that are all young enough that they'll contribute for a while. So hopefully, this is going to be all about free agency this year. This is going to be about finding players that are likely to either outperform their contracts, or alternatively, oh, is there anybody I really want to keep here? I want to keep Maddox Bruns for sure. Who did I trade Quintero for? Oh, Brock Stewart. We can keep Quintero and we can keep Rowdy Tellez. I think everyone else can go. And I won't have too much to say about that. And then Muncie's gonna walk. So, friends, that's gonna end today's episode. I think we have a chance. It's not a great chance, and we're certainly not going to be a great team anytime soon. But the one thing we do have is we have incredible depth. It's just going to be a matter of giving players opportunities and seeing who can actually go out there and win a job and hold a job. Because they play like Michael Garcia that I think have some upside to them if they have the opportunity. I can't let a Guardians happen. What do I mean by that? I can't have this giant glut of infielders. I've got to start making some choices about them sooner rather than later. so that we have the best fit for our club. How did Aaron Sabato do in his limited time? Not terribly, but not well either. A puzzlement. But yeah, we're gonna try to be really aggressive in free agency. Not for the top tier players. That's not what we're after. We're looking for mid tier players that need like a career renaissance kind of thing. That's where I think we can really make some hay. I really think we can get some talented players either for the cheap or flip them around for young players or prospects. That's our game plan. That is our game plan. For now, though, that's going to be for today's episode. I hope you're enjoying the series. If you are, please remember to like and subscribe. Comment down below. Let me know what your own draft classes have looked like. If this is a setting I just have wrong in the game, or if this is just how life is and we'll just have to grin and bear it. A good question, I think. Until next time, my friends, this has been F Guardian. Thank you for watching, and I bid you good day.